Laura, wow. And I will say it again, wow. I've watched your growth and change over time since you've been here. And from the person who would sit like this or stand reluctantly with a lot of ums and a lot of other physical nervousness gestures, you have grown so much. And this topic was a good one for you to showcase all of that. So it was a really good thing to evaluate for me because I got to see some of these things come to pass. And I don't know that you're cognizant of all the changes, and that's my job in giving this evaluation, to let you know how these changes are working. First, on the positive side, your topic was about gestures, and you used a lot of body language. And the body language that you used was very appropriate to what you were talking about. You did a little bit of what I call play acting in your description of the dog behavior, which was really effective. Sometimes when people attempt to imitate animals or do other kinds of novelty noises, it kind of falls flat. But it fit well in the context of what you were saying. And you obviously rehearsed it so that it didn't go on for a long time, but you made your point pretty succinctly. One of the things that I wanted to focus on in this evaluation was the obvious use of rehearsal. I could tell that not only by the use of your cards, which I did notice, but it didn't distract me too much, that you had written quite a bit. You really had thought about this, you had rehearsed it, and you were moving from one point to another quite fluently because of that rehearsal. Again, big improvement. But the improvement is not only shown in the gestures, but your confidence to play with the gestures is, as much as I believe you rehearsed, it didn't come off as canned. It didn't come off as you were looking at the card and moving an arm or whatever. It really flowed well. That's a big improvement. You had good eye contact around the room, at least as far as I could see from where I was sitting. And that your movement was not limited to just your hands, but you were moving your body around a lot. And that introduction of looking over the shoulder was a way of breaking the ice, I think, more for you than for us, about exploring, doing something a little bit different. And that opened you up to what you were able to do in the rest of the presentation. In terms of what to improve or think for next time, occasionally when you paused, you did a lip smack, which is common to a lot of us. To think about that. Now, that's something that I would not click, but you might want to do a mental click if you find yourself doing that. And you still have a little bit of handshaking, but the magic is, because you're using gestures, you don't notice because your hands are busy. We don't notice because your hands are busy. And so keep that up because that works really well. Again, to wrap up, I love the ending. I love the obvious rehearsal without it being very formulaic. And congratulations, you have come a long way. Thank you.